Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the One Take Commentary channel, and in today's video, I wanted to talk on overly aggressive cops, and I will be talking on the recent situation with the woman that was holding, she was holding some hot water, and the cop, shot her in the head. She ducked down, was, obviously didn't want to get shot and things, and I imagine it's like, in most situations like that, it could be handled without the individual getting killed. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people out there going to try to defend that cop's actions, but it's like, fam, there ain't no defense for that. Until you're in a situation like that, or you know somebody in a situation like that, you have no place or business to be talking on, oh, well, the cop did the right thing. I think, nah, it's all like, if I guarantee and I promise you, let that happen to you and you survive, and I promise you, you would try to take that cop to the court. So it's like, yeah, that's why I'm like, people to be so quick to jump up and defend a cop until that's no, the funny thing is like, they defended that cop, but when it came down to that police officer that was at the Capitol and he shot that Trump supporter for breaking into the Capitol, oh, people were all over that police. So it's like, if it probably was like a Trump supporter or somebody, yeah, people would probably be all like, nah, he didn't need to do that, he didn't need to do that. But yeah, since it was some black woman, then they're probably like, oh no, it's like, he had his reason. She was being aggressive towards him, she was being this, she was being that. And it's like, even if the situation was where she's under the influence, high, drunk, whatever the situation is, it's like, still, it could have been handled in so many different situations. What trips me out is like, there'll be that over the top hostage situation where the guy got a gun, he got explosives all around the building, they're doing any and everything that they can to, like, calm this man down. Eventually they do, and they end up arresting him. And it's like, okay, how is it the most threatening man that we done seen in years can easily get arrested, but then a woman holding a hot pot of water, she gets shot and killed? And that's the stuff where, and then when they found out that because like, no, the guy, so I guess the other cop that was there was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my med kit. And the cop was all like, the one that shot and killed her, he was like, nah, don't waste it on her. It's like, since it's a headshot wound. And then they found out that she was alive. And I don't know if it was I couldn't, because I wasn't paying attention to the name. I mean, if it was the cop that shot and killed her, I think it was him that was like, oh, I'm going to go get my med kit or something. But it's like, fam, the damage has been done. You already, like, the woman died. And so it's like, yeah, it's something that it just trips me out when I see situations like that. And then seeing other situations, and it's like, fam, you guys have to really sit down. If talking to a cop, you have to really sit down and think about it. You know you have the upper hand. You know this person is scared of you. Even this can be the most hardest person in the world. The most hardest person in the world don't want to deal with no cops. So it's like, you really have to sit down and think about it. Was it necessary? Was it necessary to use that much force on somebody? And I just recently got into it with somebody, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm even doing this video, because on my main channel, T-Moss Boss, I do a lot of police body cam reaction videos. And so, yeah, there's at times where it's like, drunk people high off drugs, crazy people. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's just be all like crazy teenagers, like it just be all different types of crazy people that be in them videos, right? So anyways, got people that be wanting to steal and stuff. So for the most part, I would say that the cops, like, I have to say there's probably like 2 videos I've seen where them cops was just being overly aggressive. But other than that, every other video, the cops have been calm, cool, and collected. And I feel like they dealt with much more worse situations compared to that woman holding a hot pot of water and stuff. But so anyways, so in this recent video, there's these 2 people that were, you could clearly see that something was wrong with them. Like, they were under the influence. And the cops that were responding, they were just being mad aggressive, snatching the one guy out the car, punching him all in his side, pushing his head into the ground and things. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you already know you're gonna arrest this guy, so it's like, there's nothing, all this extra stuff, it don't need to be added, it's all like, just arrest the guy and go on about your business. But my thing is this, and if you can't arrest a person, like talking to a police officer where they feel like they need to punch, put their knee on somebody's neck, fight with them and all this other stuff. You gotta do all that just to arrest a person, then you don't need to be a cop. I'm saying, it's like, I know there's gonna be people out there that's gonna want to argue about that, but it's like, if I gotta do all this extra stuff to arrest somebody, I gotta fight with them, I gotta slam them down, I gotta put them in the hospital, or if not that, the morgue. I don't need to be a cop, because I'm like, that's not what I said. My thing is this: I feel like as a police officer, you don't sign up so you could just quickly pull out your weapon and shoot and kill somebody in every situation that you come across. But I feel like there's so many different situations where you can look at it, and it's like, it could have been handled differently. I'm pretty sure there's probably like expert cops that's speaking out about this situation right now with this woman in the hot pot of water, where it's like, yeah, there's so many different tase her if you need to, if you're trying to like get, because the thing is this: I'd rather have it where we tase her, the water goes crazy, it ends up either pouring on her or just going crazy somewhere else. But it's like, if it pours on her, then it's like, okay, you shouldn't have been holding that pot of water. Because it's like, but it's like, I'd rather have it where she'll have like second degree burns. It's like, that's something that you can heal from. You can't heal from a gunshot wound to the head and you're dying on the ground. It's common sense. So it's like, yeah, it's one of those. And I think the cop was saying like he felt that that was the only thing that he could do was shoot her and stuff. But it's like, when you watch the body cam video, it's like, fam, you already wanted to shoot her. It's like, you wasn't even thinking of no taser. You wasn't thinking. And it's like, if I'm in a situation, I know people will probably ask, well, what would I do in a situation like that? Leave the house. I'm like, no, this woman is crazy. I'm gonna wait until we get some more cops to respond to the scene. Have it maybe where it's like, if I don't have a taser, tell the cop, I'm like, hey, is there a cop in the area with a taser? I'm like, we need a taser over here, because I don't want to shoot and kill this woman. But it's like, if she's charging at me with a weapon where I know it can kill me, then I feel like that's the, but it's like, even then, it's like, shoot them in the leg or something. Stop them from walking. But it's like, don't stop them from living. It's like, there are so many different ways that he could have handled that situation and things, but yeah, it's like, you just got some cops out there where it's like, they sign up to be a police officer, yet they don't know nothing about being a police officer, but it's like, somehow, some way, they're still managed to wear a badge, carry a gun, and drive a squad car and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, to me, it just don't make no sense. But anyways, getting back to that video that I reacted to on my main channel, so yeah, the cops were being overly aggressive with the couple. And somebody commented underneath the video talking about cops are allowed to use as much force as they want to. And I'm like, no, that's not if that was the case, then this guy that's just dealing with the situation now with the woman in the hot pot of water, and then the George Floyd situation, the Breonna Taylor situation, and every other situation that happened before and most likely after this, it's like, if it's getting to a point where you're being suspended and now you're getting, some sort of murder charges filed against you, then yeah, most likely that suspension is going to turn into you getting fired, and then you're going to be off up in prison. It's like, yeah, you can't say that's like cops are allowed to use as much force as they want to. If they got to go through, do you think that the judge would have heard that with that cop that killed Derek Chauvin, or whatever that dude's name is, that killed George Floyd? Do you think the judge would be hearing that? Obviously she wasn't, or he wasn't, whoever the judge was. But it's like, yeah, obviously they wasn't if they put this man behind bars for however many years they put him behind bars. So it's like, no, cops are not allowed to use as much force as they want to. Yeah, in a situation where force is needed, then okay. But it's like, if you're dealing with a 40-something-year-old woman or a 60-something-year-old man, and I'm saying, there was even a one situation I remember when the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd protesting was going on, and they showed this cop push this old dude down. I think he started like bleeding from his like ear or head or something like that, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what would you do, like, talking to them people that are thinking like, oh yeah, cops are allowed to use as much force as they want to? What would you do if that was your dad? What would you do if that was your brother, friend, sister, mom, whoever? Somebody that you deeply care for, and you're seeing them on the ground and you don't know whether they're dead or alive. All you just see is blood coming from their head because a cop pushed them down. But according to you, they're allowed to use however much force they want to use. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you got people out there that want to defend cops so much, and it's like, fam, there ain't no defense for a cop that doesn't know how to do their job. All right, and it's like, and it's funny how it's like they'll defend cops for saying that, or for doing whatever actions they go out and doing things, but let them go to a McDonald's and they forget one nugget in their 10-piece McNugget meal, or they accidentally give them the wrong drink, or they leave out some food that they really wanted and things, and see, won't they go up there and start threatening the McDonald's employees, having them go through all this stuff? But it's like, you can't have that same, the thing is this, you can't have that same energy with a cop unless if if it's a situation where it's like a Trump supporter or something, that'll be the only time when they'll have that same energy. But other than that, it's like, oh, if it's just some like, you know, random black person in the world, they're all like, oh, well, the cop might have had their reasons. I'm pretty sure that people probably even said that with them. They wasn't cops, but they thought they were cops, even though they didn't even sign up and do no actual like cop stuff. But them 1-3 guys that chased down that black guy that was jogging, he was just minding his own business and they shot and killed him. There was people probably out there defending him, and it's like, there's no defense for that. This man's out here jogging and minding his own business and some random guy shoot and kill him. That's not, there ain't no defense for that. And even the Trayvon Martin situation, people are trying to defend, George Zimmerman. I'm like, there ain't no defense for that. This man chased down a teenager and shot and killed them. And it's like, and then he's surprised that the teenager is putting up a fight. And it's like, yeah, if somebody's chasing me around, of course I'm gonna fight with them. I'm like, why are you chasing me? What have I done to you? So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, people look, you can like the cops, like the good cops, like the cops that, you know, they allow whoever it is that they're coming across to go home that same either day or whenever, I guess, they get out of jail or something. But it's like, yeah, it's like those cops that are actually doing their jobs. That's actually, and it's like, you know, and they're not so quick to jump up and pull out a gun and shoot and kill somebody. You know, they actually want that person to live, you know? So yeah, anyways. But yeah, I just think that, you know, there's just some people out there that, you know, they just want to defend cops so much with stuff like this, and then there's cops that just don't know how to do their jobs, and there's people like them where it's like the people that want to speak out for these cops on the jobs that they're doing, and it's like, nah, that's like them type of people don't need no social media platforms. You don't need to be out here responding to videos like this or comments on social media and stuff, or yeah, post on social media and things. But and then then the cops, I'm all like the one that's going out here, you know, just taking people's lives because they are allowed to and stuff because they're a cop. It's like, yeah, you don't need to be no cop. You don't need to be no cop at all. So anyways, but yeah, with that being, well, I shouldn't say that they're allowed to. I should correct myself on that. They're not allowed to, because it's like, obviously, you know, with this cop, he thought he was allowed to, and that's why he's currently in jail right now facing murder charges and stuff. So they're not allowed to, but they think that they're allowed to. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next One Take commentary video. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.